When you reach the age of 18 in the state of Idaho, you will be responsible under the eyes of the law for more than you may realize. This video presentation has been created in order to help you navigate the tricky world of adulthood when it comes to the law. In this specific presentation, we will be covering the topic of marriage and the law. We will be covering the issues of what constitutes a valid marriage in the state of Idaho, prenuptial agreements, or prenups, community property, divorce, and children. Now that you are reaching the age of 18, you may be dating someone and may be in love. You may even plan on marrying this person someday. Or you may be not dating anyone right now, but will eventually go on to find the love of your life in college or at your future place of work. If you decide to get married, there are certain important things to remember so that you understand the consequences of your choices under the law. I hope you find this presentation informative, and I hope that you remember what you have learned today as you go about your lives. Congratulations on almost being done with high school, and good luck on wherever your journey may take you. The first topic we will cover is valid marriage. What is a marriage? Marriage is a relationship between two consenting adults. It is a civil contract. It requires the purchase of a marriage license. It requires a formal marriage ceremony that meets all of Idaho's requirements and requires the presence of witnesses. The next topic we will cover is prenuptial agreements. What is a prenup? Prenups are contracts. Prenups describe how property will be divided in the case of a divorce or death of one of the spouses. Prenups also describe how income will be split in the case of a divorce or death of one of the spouses. The next topic we will cover is community property. Idaho is a community property state, which means that if there is no prenup, all property acquired during marriage belongs to both spouses equally. Upon divorce, property you own prior to marriage remains your own separate property. Inheritances or gifts are also considered separate property. The next topic we will cover is divorce. If you want a divorce, you must file for a divorce with the court. This will typically be called filing for divorce due to irreconcilable differences. The court must determine that the spouses cannot agree on basic or fundamental issues and that divorce is therefore appropriate. There will be a waiting period before the court will grant a divorce. The court's final decree determines how assets will be divided and determines who will get custody of the children, if there are any. If you and your spouse have children and decide to get a divorce, the court will decide child custody and child support. When it comes to child support, the court may order payments, and if you fall behind on these payments, money can be withheld from your paycheck, tax returns, etc. When it comes to child custody, joint custody is when both parents have legal and physical custody of the child. Sole custody is when one parent has legal and physical custody of the child. The court will determine the best fit for the child based on the child's best interests. The last topic we will cover is children. If you become a parent, you will have the right and responsibilities to determine how your child should be raised. This may include the child's education, religious upbringing, where to live, and who to associate with. You must financially support your children until they turn 18, and sometimes even longer. In Idaho, both parents are responsible for providing support for a child until they turn 18 or graduate high school. If one parent refuses, the other can take them to court, and the judge can take away their wages for child support. If someone is not the biological father of the child, they can file an affidavit with the Department of Health and Welfare, but they may still be responsible for child support. Fathers listed on a birth certificate are presumed to be the child's father, regardless of whether or not they are married to the mother of the child. Parental rights can be terminated and taken away from both the mother or father due to abandonment of the child, neglect or abuse of the child, a parent becoming incarcerated, and or according to what the court decides is in the best interest of the child. If you have a baby, do not abandon it. You can surrender the child to a safe haven, like a hospital or doctor's office, within 30 days of birth. Thank you for listening to this presentation.